So in the last video, we had talked about how my beloved Detroit Red Wings missed out on the signing of an NCAA giant. Well, in this one, we're talking about the Rangers, and we're also talking about the Carolina Hurricanes, because not only did the Rangers go out there and sign themselves a giant of their own, but there was one of the best prospects on the market. Or, no, he wasn't on the market, excuse me. But one of the best prospects in the hockey world made his signing over to Carolina. So in this video, I wanted to combine all of these together. Big shout out also to ProHockeyRumors.com, who went out there and wrote articles about each of these three guys, starting out with Victor Mancini. Take a look at this. He is a New York Rangers draftee from the 5th round of the 2022 NHL Entry Draft. And as you can see right away, 6'4", 220, right-handed defenseman, Hancock, Michigan. He's a 21-year-old guy who was an absolute monster, playing for the University of Nebraska-Omaha's NCAA team. Now, his development has been really interesting, because Mancini is a guy who actually was an overage prospect when he was taken in the 2022 NHL Draft. Because he was born in 2002, he would have been eligible for the 2020 draft, but in his 2019-20 season, he ended up yeeting over to Sweden, playing for Frölunda over there, having 2 seasons with the Junior 18 and Junior 20 club. He then went back over to North America, played in the USHL, then played in the NCAA, had 5 points in 38 games played, which was a good enough profile for him to get drafted by the New York Rangers, albeit in a 5th-round capacity as a double overager. And now, Mancini, who played left defense on Frölunda's second pairing, who has north-south speed and who is decent for his size, who is effective when he keeps things simple and makes quick, short-range plays to stay out of trouble, he is now a New York Ranger through and through. He'll be reporting over to the Hartford Wolfpack after posting up 10 points in 40 games played with Nebraska-Omaha this season. The scouting report also says that his ability to read the game off the puck is something that stands out. He also made excellent reads and played a very alert game defensively. Now, this article on ProHockeyRumors.com goes out there and talks about him a little bit more. Mancini is the son of Robert Mancini, who has served in roles across the hockey world, including a long career of NCAA coaching, 3 years as the GM and head coach of the Saginaw Spirit, multiple years in the Edmonton Oilers scout and development room, and he's represented USA Hockey internationally and a lot of other stuff too. Mancini, the son, Victor Mancini, is a rangy right-shot defenseman with powerful skating, hard passing, and a vision needed to push his team up the ice. His long reach also keeps him effective on the defensive side of the puck, with Mancini doing well at keeping opponents to the outside. He served in a top role for Nebraska-Omaha, averaging nearly 21 minutes each game and serving on both special teams. He showed great prowess as a play driver, though high scoring has never been his groove, with Mancini managing just 23 points in 110 NCAA games. He'll now move to the pro scene for the first time in his career, bolstering an already deep Rangers defense room and returning the Mancini family back to the NHL level. Now, Mancini isn't the only guy that had signed a contract with the New York Rangers today, as we also had ourselves the news that Calle Vaisanen had put his pen to the dotted line too. Vaisanen is a 2021 draftee by New York, 4th-round guy, 106th overall, 21 years old, another big dude, 6'5", 194, right-handed left-wing player. The Rangers signed 2 giants today in both Mancini and Vaisanen, and this is a player who, playing for TPS Turku, had 14 points in 58 games played. Like Mancini, Vaisanen doesn't really have the biggest and flashiest offensive potential, but the article here on ProHockeyRumors.com talks about how he can play physically. He's not really much of a bruiser, though, with his most penalized season coming in 2018-19, when a 16-year-old Vaisanen managed 38 penalty minutes. That's far from the track record of his peers, including Matt Rempe, who has scored a bunch of penalty minutes earlier on. But the Rangers have shown they know how to develop big frames in the heavy-hitting pros through players like Rempe, Adam Enstrom, and Brandon Scallon. They'll add another project with Vaisanen, now set to join the North American pro ranks next season. So this right here, Vaisanen, isn't really a projectable scorer, but there are some good physical tools that he brings to the Rangers alongside of Victor Mancini. So there we go, 2 giants signing on with the Rangers today. And finally, for good measure, what I also wanted to do was talk about one more guy that had signed a contract, because this is a player that I think a lot of us have been slowly anticipating his NHL arrival. It is Scott Morrow, playing for UMass in the NCAA, because when it comes to prospect profiles and prospect projectability, Scott Morrow was always near the top of that list. He's a 21-year-old 6'2" right-handed defenseman drafted by the Carolina Hurricanes in the second round, 40th overall in 2021, and his NCAA production has just been stellar. Right away, as a freshman, he put up 33 points in 37 games played. The next season, 31 points in 35 games. This season, 30 points in 37 games. So while his point production has technically declined from year to year, he has gotten more assists as the years have gone on. Scott Morrow has finally signed, and with his scouting report here, constant hip pocket deception, changes of pace, and eyes that never reveal the intended play, Scott Morrow embraces defenders. After breaking down a defender, he continues the manipulation to drag over another defender before rolling his wrist, turning the fake shot into a pass to an open teammate. This guy just happens to be one of the most deceptive and offensively capable NCAA right-handed defenders. And at 21 years old, there's a lot of potential here for Scott Morrow to bring this package to the NHL. The article in Pro Hockey Rumors goes out there and says that he has emerged as one of the top collegiate defensemen over the last 3 seasons, spending each season with UMass. Playing in the blue line, Morrow has managed 94 points in 109 games. He earned a Hobey Baker Award nomination this season and a Hockey East All-Rookie Team nod in 2022. He's at his best with the puck on his stick, capable of embarrassing opponents with flashy puck moves and great finesse skating. He rotates around the offensive zone seamlessly, showing a great understanding of how to find and exploit openings in the defense. Skeptics have called his off-puck play into question since his draft year, and while his NCAA play hasn't fully put those worries to rest, Morrow has proven his high-tempo offense is effective enough to mitigate any other concerns. His all-out offense matches up well with how Carolina has utilized players like Brent Burns and Brady Shea. Morrow could get a chance to test that match soon, with his first pro deal to start immediately and placing Morrow on Carolina's NHL roster. So, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about the New York Rangers signing 2 giants in Victor Mancini and Calle Vaisanen, and what are your thoughts on the Carolina Hurricanes signing one of the best NCAA defensemen in Scott Morrow? If you're a fan of the Rangers, if you're a fan of the Hurricanes, what are your opinions on each of these signings? I know it's kind of a weird video to toss them all in here at once, but again, big shout out over to Pro Hockey Rumors for making the articles and putting them all on their website. I'll leave a link in the description to each one of these pieces if you wanted to go ahead and link these yourself. But thoughts in the comment section below about Victor Mancini, a Rangers 5th round pick from 2 years ago, Calle Vaisanen, a Rangers 4th round pick from 3 years ago, and Scott Morrow, a Carolina Hurricanes stud 2nd round pick 3 years ago in the NCAA. Honestly, if you want my opinions, I don't know if we'll see too much out of these guys right away. Mancini, of course, has a lot of development to go through with the pro ranks before being able to step foot on an NHL roster. You could say the same thing here for Vaisanen. But realistically, if you want to believe in their frames, we had seen the Rangers just use Matt Rempe in a pretty significant role. If you want to believe in the size, you want to believe in the physical prowess, these guys could make an impact sooner than later. But when it comes to Scott Morrow, this is the guy that I think I'm the most excited for, because if he'll be getting a chance to suit up with Carolina right away, I mean, look, the last time we had a UMass defenseman absolutely torch the NCAA and then make his way to the NHL into the playoffs, it was Cale Makar who did that last time. So I'm interested in seeing Scott Morrow, as well as the projected developments of Mancini and Vaisanen. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about each of these 3 guys. Rangers, Hurricanes fans, the comment section is your floor. I hope you enjoyed this video, and bye.